It's already almost 6. Where'd the time go? So I spent some off time. There's been a day in between. I didn't play. And I spent most of my time fishing. So I made up to 70,000, but I didn't put it into the debt yet because I was going to only do that stuff on stream. I just sat there listening to music the whole time, and I was like, I'm just going to fish. And when the shop closed, I just went to the other place, and I was like, I'm going to fish here now. Instead of just turning the time back. No, I have this, right? Stego, skull, torso. Yep. What was the deal with your letter? Man, if I had a bell for every note I didn't get, I have, well, I have some bells, but that's for sure. Could you be a little more clear? I sent him saying he was my favorite, or my fav. He didn't understand. Okay, I do have the skull, the neck, torso. Yeah, we're good. I always have the double check. Is this him? I don't know. Never heard of him. I was in such famed games as non-existent. File redacted. Apples. They're growing. There's still that tree that's like trying to grow, but it isn't moving back there. It's kind of glitched into the building. Amnux just has a tree coming out of the backside. What can I do? Sell. Yes. Fishing and fossil selling. Anything I want here today? Nice stove. You know, that'll go well in my upstairs. In my upstairs attic. I haven't really had, like, I didn't look at Discord that much today. You know what? Should I be saving my money? Sure. But do I want it? Yes. Just gonna buy everything today, apparently. More raffle tickets for me. I think I have one ticket back at home. So I should have another set of 5. So if I'm still paying my debt off by the end of the month, even if I didn't, even if I paid it off, I try to remember to come back at the end of the month just so I can see what I can get with my raffle tickets for funsies. Even if we had moved on to the next one. I don't know. I mean, they could have done it a little better with, like, inventory thing. I could see if they didn't want it because inventory was a pain, but always having to carry around a stack of 5 plus constantly because they don't go any higher, like, they could have improved it. Just a screen up against the wall. Any reason? No. Put the stove right next to my fridge. A really really random upstairs. I still hate that you can't center this properly. Like, who would put this like this? Another 5. I feel like being a turnip today. Perfect. All right. Takes care of that. Anybody else moving? We have Weber, we saw Bob, Mint, we have Grizzly. Grizzly moved in, and Liz was new from yesterday, but I didn't stream yesterday for Animal Crossing. Boots. Oh, and Boots finally moved over from Princess's area to mine. So finally someone came over here from the other place. I wish somehow you could get a duplicate. It would be funny if Bob moved in somehow, but Bob doesn't leave, I don't think, or if he does, it's... You know, whatever. Yeah. If I just changed the future, everything, they'll just keep doing it, but it's fine. I changed it so that we're on the same year now, so it doesn't happen as frequent. I only liked it for the changing of, like, seeing the different people coming and going, but the problem was it started to become less people showing up here and just everyone moving. Originally, it was like someone would move, but someone new would show up. Then we stopped having the new. And I'm like, the big store should be on the other island with all the fucking people, not this place where there's only like barely anyone living here. Perfect. Fossil. Also, I ran into that Wendell guy, but I was busy just doing shit, and I didn't even think to give him food other than pears, and that wasn't good enough. Oh, the fortune teller will be here on the 20th. That's 2 days. Don't look at this, officer. This isn't drug money. Take anything, I think. Oh, yeah. I pooped my pants. What? You take anything. Oh, you have a carpet. Who lost their whole carpet or whatever? Their flooring. An exotic rug. Who lost this? I'll take it. think I already have one of these, but I mean, if anything, that's just trade material for Tahara or whatever you call her. I always have weird ways of saying people's names. And they're always incorrect. Hi, Hank. Talk to me. I just do not think straight sometimes, especially when I'm shopping. My brain goes on vacation. I end up with 2 pieces of the same furniture. Anyway, what I'm getting at is I'm asking, please buy this kitty bookcase from me. I'll sell you for like $3,000. I don't need it. And how about my Wobbleina for $1,000? I'll take it. I have no idea what the hell you just said to me, but I'll take it. If anything, it sounds like something Spacesuit Sam would like to hang out with. When you had to do this for the mayor, I forgot he asked me to do this, and I'm just never playing at 6 o'clock sometimes. So I'm probably not going to get his prize whenever he comes back from vacation. Because I haven't been doing it every day since he told me. It's like the rare time you ever go inside that lighthouse. Ah, the memories. Oh, got disconnected and reconnected to my chat. Hello, me. Hi, me. I meant... It's snowing since morning. I wonder where the clouds kept all this snow. It's a real mystery, isn't it? What is it that I love about the snow? I think all the situations that the snow creates, like spending an evening with my boyfriend in a ski lodge, stranded in a blizzard, stuff like that. You know what I mean? You don't? Well, use your imagination. I like that they always will talk about their boyfriends and shit, and then you get to later on, no one's dating anybody. Hi, Grizzly. Got a problem with that? Jesus, your eyes. I don't think I remember anyone talking about their boyfriend since this game. Like, if any of them had a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Like, it might be a brief appearance of a conversation that doesn't get brought up often. No way I only gotten 1 fossil right now. God, I'm so fucking terrible at this. I run by him so much. Hi, Weber. Bye, Weber. Weber, I barely know her. I am shite. Oh, there's one down there. Got me a fossil. At least one more somewhere. I died. Bye, Dottie. Who's in the igloo today? Is it Bob? Mm-hmm. Bob is in this igloo like every other day. Bam, bam, bam. Oh. Gotta be one more fossil somewhere. I'm just running right by the dig spot because I am a loser. Oh, hey. Join the club. Hey, Hank. Seen any dig spots around here? Broke it. Fucking ruined it. Fucking soiled it. I'm gonna check all along the beach, because sometimes there's one right on the sand. Nope, nothing there. Hi, Grizzly. Hey, what are you doing? I'm gonna get rid of a bunch of stuff. What do you think, Smooch? You want my exotic wardrobe? I'll take it. I don't know why you were just walking around with a wardrobe on you. Got some Zane-sized pockets. I don't know what that means. Guess I'll put this away and just hope I'll stumble upon the fossil later. While I'm out running around like an idiot. Like I already been doing. They have a wardrobe. It's funny to have another one, but you know what? This will work. I will put you right here. Empty. You know what? I got some shirts I can put in there. Start limiting some of my basement. 2. 3. Not really an issue down here. You in there. You in there. You in here. Yeah, that's the exact rug I'm using. But I will hold on to it because if I do see what's her face, I can just be like, I have a rug to trade in.
Don't come!
A man has fallen into the river in Lego City.
No, not Lego City. Every time someone keeps falling. I do not want this. Thank God we're getting a break from all the other sexual things. Now someone just keeps drowning. Like if someone's buying like the cheap brand, like building blocks or whatever the hell Lego's off-brand is. At least we can finally stop hearing Chris Redfield in pain with Pierce or Frank yelling. God knows, I can't even remember like 98% of my alerts, but I just know someone's in pain, discomfort, or yelling. So at least this time, someone's just falling into a river. I don't even have to hear them. Us Legos don't talk. Well, I guess they do. I never really sat there and played the games or watched any of the movies, but they do talk. The later ones do. A lot of the early Lego stuff, I think they just made grunts and noises. I don't remember. Didn't play a lot with Legos games too much. Wanted to, but I was pretty bad with it. Even though they're meant for kids, I still somehow sucked at figuring out what I was doing in some of the games. Sims stole the Lego sounds. Damn Sims. Now they're gonna fall into the river at Lego City. Something in my eye. Do, 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 do. Okay, we're getting there, but we still have so much. We have like 700,000 left of this debt. At least we might make a close to 100,000 dent into it, but it's still so much. If I just fish on my off time, this will speed it up. And that's what I did, is I sold some fossils the other night when I didn't stream it, and then I went and fished while just listening to music and watching streams, because it just made it go faster. But I didn't donate any or deposit any of the money, because like I said, I want to do it while I'm on stream. But I don't really play a ton off stream, though. I just do it a little bit here and there just to try to move it a little faster, but also so we're not sitting here every time for so long. We still have 3 other games. Fish. CS. Nope, not where I wanted that to go. Man, I don't know what I'm going to play today after this. I was going to do Final Fantasy, but I'm like, I already was just depressed for the past 2 days, and that game and the story is just constantly sad. I'm not really in the mood to deal with that right now. It's like every conversation, every other one of them is something sad. Someone died. Somebody is upset about something. Somebody's depressed about shit, and I'm like, oh my god. I get you wanted to go the darker route, but Jesus Christ. Everyone just, it's like talking to like 20 me's. I don't know why. I've been in a mood for a specific game that I want to play. The problem is, if I start it, that's a lot of time I got to invest in it, because it's kind of a long game, and given the way I take on games, it'd take me forever. The Grizzly moved in. We have Liz. Boots is here. I sold shit and I have about $80,000 because I fished last night when I wasn't streaming. I fished and sold fossils. But I haven't deposited any money yet. And I bought furniture. But pretty much what I do every time I'm playing. Not sure yet. I haven't decided. More likely, if I don't come to a decision, it'll be Yakuza like always, but I don't know yet. I haven't decided what I want to do. Yeah. I don't know what I'm in the mood for. I mean, I don't know if I want to do anything co-op because we're going to be doing co-op stuff tomorrow, and more than likely it's going to be a shit show with everybody because it's how it ends. It always is in either a good or just a fucking who knows what just happened kind of way. Everyone will be talking. We won't hear each other properly. Someone's going to have to repeat themselves about 7 times. It'll be great. Classic co-op. Yeah, no one's going to hear DK. He's going to explain it to us about 20 times, something he found out that we didn't realize we heard him. I mostly just never hear him, not because other people talk over him. My game audio is just always loud in my ears, but lately I've been playing things at much quieter volumes, so I like to hope that I would hear him, but I'm also just really bad at listening sometimes. Most of the time. Yeah, but I had to free the Able sisters. Now they can get home and no one's got to shovel the front area. It's like they do live in there, I think, but, you know, if they ever wanted to leave, they can leave now. The snow isn't blocking their door anymore. I have the itch to play a specific game, but the problem is, even though I do have a free slot because I beat Spider-Man, if I wanted to play it, I don't know if I want to commit the amount of time that's going to take me to put into that game because it's a lot. No, Spider-Man is in it, so you know. You can gather just all the seashells. I'll probably pick them all up towards the end when I've gotten all like the fishing out of my system. Just make it run for all the seashells. How long is the game that I want to play, but I shouldn't? Oh yeah, about 60 hours. Probably shouldn't start that. Play it, make it your struggle game. It's not Dragon's Dogma, I can tell you that much. That is going to get started, and it might happen during next week. I'm not sure yet, but next week, it's a little short notice, but next week might be my best time to do the streamathon for the end of the month. Like, towards the end of the month, only because not only will my mom have gone through post-op and will know what she's dealing with her arm, a bunch of her work friends are bringing food all that entire week, so it makes it easier for me to do less things around the house. Like, I don't have to worry about cooking. I can just take care of some other stuff and then come back and stream each time. Like, I won't have to be away for as long. Like, I won't have such long breaks in the middle. Plus, I do, like I said, have some, I have VODs. I have a lot of VODs set up. And I have an idle game. So when I'm on a break time, we can have something running on screen and the VODs for when I go to bed. It's feeling fine. The pain's just annoying. But it's getting better each day. It's just the constant feeling of you just want to feel good, but you can't because you're limited. And pretty much all she's taken for the pain really is like ibuprofen and things like that, because the heavy duty pain meds just makes her feel sick, or doesn't really take away the pain, just makes you drowsy. And she don't like that. You know, the drowsiness doesn't quite make it feel like it's gone for her. It's like it doesn't get rid of the pain. She can still feel everything, even at drowsy. So it's like you just feel shitty and tired, but you can't sleep because you're still aching. So now you just feel worse with no energy, but you can't sleep. Eh, kinda. She's kinda heavy sleeper. It depends. She's grown up with a lot of boys in the house. With me, my brother, and all his friends, so she used to sleep through anything, but I mean, the type of surgery she just went through, like her nerves were moved around in her arm a bit, so everything's just funky in that arm. So it's a little weird to try to sleep because all of that feeling is trying to come back and heal, and you just really can't stop those nerves. Not without like a nerve blocker or something. But it's getting better. He's getting more and more like sleep. It's still broken up, but it's getting better each day. But hopefully you'll get more information on the post-op, see what's going on there, and she might need to get a scan on her knee. Nothing's broken in the knee, but it's really swollen and might have some damage because the swelling hasn't gone down. But we'll see. We'll see how things go this weekend. Tomorrow and into the weekend, and then if I decide to do it, then Monday I'll be here, and the stream will not end when I go to bed. The stream will keep running. It'll just be VODs. If I decide to do the streamathon, if I don't, then I'll do it the week after or something for the full end of the month. Either way, it'll be happening sooner or later. Going on and on. Well, it has an end. It'll be a week unless we do specific things that make me go a little longer. It's funny is I haven't really mentioned to John the plan of me doing that, so I kind of like the idea of going into Friday when he shows up and he's ready to do fuck all. I have no idea. Probably one of his many randomizer ideas. And he just sees that my stream has been going on for like 30 hours. Because I gotta reset it like before like 40 something hours because that's the timer for Twitch now, but it'll be like 20 plus hours in. You'll be like, what the fuck? I'll be like, what, John? It's just a casual 20, 30 hour stream. Nothing wrong with that. To be honest, it's supposed to be a Monday through Friday thing, but because John, it might turn into at least Saturday as the end time, like after Saturday's part of the stream with John, then it would be done, unless we hit any of the things that make me stay longer. 2 weeks / almost 3 weeks is like the cap, because I'll have to go through a weekend regardless because of John. My only hope is the VOD stay running. YouTube and my browsers, like all different types I use, whether it's Firefox, Brave, all these other things, they always like to stop me every once in a while and be like, are you still watching? I'm like, it's my own videos. Let me run them. And I'm really upset because I went through the most stupid way, roundabout way to get the YouTube videos for the Streamathon playlist. And then there was a much easier way to do it this whole time, and that's what I was doing last night. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. This is so much easier. I had to like do it almost one at a time because when you try to do it in bulk, it kept like for some reason it's like episode 1, episode 10, the finale, episode 5. I'm like, well, this is out of order. Then eventually I found a way to bulk do it without it getting all disordered, and so for a while I was doing like one at a time. I was like, this sucks. But we have a lot. It's not very consistent in the sense it's the playlist ranges all over the place. It's about as sporadic as my own way of playing games. So you'll see one series and then another series, and it's like it should just go in order, but it will not. It'll the only thing that's order about it is you'll go from episode 1 to the finale of whatever, like you'll go through all the episodes of whatever the series is, but say Deadly Premonition, you'll see all of the first, like you'll see Deadly Premonition, and then instead of me just going right to Deadly Premonition 2, it's like, all right, who's up for some Uncharted? What? So wait a minute, why didn't you just go to the second one? I don't know. I was just kind of looking down the list. So I don't think we'll get through all of the videos, so my either thing is I'm just going to go down the playlist and we'll just keep doing them as I go to sleep and stuff, or I'll just jump around in the playlist so we can hit a couple of the series that would be fun to have on when I go to bed, but that might run the risk of a couple repeat episodes / series. But I mean, I doubt anyone's going to really be awake to fucking watch it or listen to it anyway, so as long as something's running, that's all I care about. And Tom Nook. I'll do one more fishing because I want to try to get 100,000, or at least a little over 100. I want to spend all of my money in the fucking thing. And then 1 to 2 more or whatever, and then I'll grab some seashells, sell those, and then send these fossils in the mail. We'll be good to go. And if I do the Streamathon, it's just going to be kind of a mixed bag of I'm going to play my usual stuff and try to tackle some of the games that need to be beaten. And I think it'll be also a mixture of just me sporadically playing some other games during the early part of the day when I just want to play something different. It'll be all over the place. Some main playthrough games and then just whatever I'm in the mood for. Monday will probably be the easiest day of the Streamathon, like the first day, because that's just a normal stream. The weird part will be going to bed while the stream's still going. Then it's me waking up into Tuesday and then trying to be like, oh, right, I'm still here. Oh, God. Why is everybody even here? Go away. I'm trying to sleep. Sometimes I do sleep for like 12 or less hours. Depends. My sleeping's all over the place. So that's why I'm like, I'll be back between this time frame because I might wake up early, but then I'm going to shower and do things and make sure family's good. So my time frames are going to be a little weird. But that's why I made sure to have a shit ton of odds while I'm away. If I wake up and have to go do something. The hardest part is hoping my internet stays consistent, because they're going to be like, what the fuck? This dude's not stopping. Take him off the air. many fucking boots? Come on. The hardest part will just be me trying to sleep when the stream's going. That's the toughest part. Because I usually shut everything off, so I'll be like, oh god, it's still running. Because I'll want everything to still be working when I step away. But I'll put it in like sub only or whatever when I go to sleep. Or if I can have like an extended follower mode or something, I'll have some kind of thing going, or emote only. And while I'm sleeping, once I'm fully off to bed, because I might hang out with the stream for a little bit before I actually go to sleep. Probably not for very long, because I don't want to listen to myself, and I'll just be like, ew, me talking, and then I just mute it and walk over. Can't even mute it. I'll mute my headphones. That's about as much as I can do. I can't mute the VOD thing, or then no one could hear it. Yeah, well, you'll have it all night, because during that week, I'll have VODs running of just previous playthroughs while I sleep. Not that anyone will be awake at that point in time. It'll be like 12 to 2 in the morning by the time I probably start running VODs and go to sleep. Everyone dislikes my own voice. Wait, no, that's not right. That's not a sentence. But, of course, for the people that don't actually want to sit in the stream when I go to sleep, like, it'll be easy to tell when I'm back awake, because I think there's a category of, like, I'm only sleeping is a thing for when people go to sleep, so that would probably be the game I'm under, if not just nothing. Trying to scratch my back, it's itchy. Yeah, and even the YouTube version of that's super cut up, but it's still a fucking mess. I put the thing for my back on controller. There's a lot of different things. Some older, not like super old, but like playthroughs that nobody was even like watching me when I was doing them. Just, you know, the ones I like the most. Yeah, just like, what the fuck is going on with that? It's either that shit to me wondering what invisible fucking hitbox I just hit while I'm driving because there's nothing there. respond to John. John says he's not sure what time he'll be on tomorrow because he's got to deal with stuff with a friend. But I'm like, more than likely we'll all either just started or I won't start until he's on. It's a mix. I mean, regardless, I'll probably be playing Animal Crossing for the initial start before we jump right into all that stuff. Plus, I have to get him the code so he can get on Game Pass so we can check it out to see if he'll like it and all that jazz. So, take a little setting up. Plus, I need to even see if I can run the game. I think I put the GTA Trilogy stuff in, but it might have been, like, added last. So it's probably not going to be for a while. Like, that's why I said I might jump around in the playlist to be like, you know, we're going to watch this tonight, and then I go to bed to whatever, because the only issue is I'll run the risk of a possible repeat depending on how long I'm out cold for or just away, but, I mean, who cares? But at least then we can kind of get a good variety of random shit at night. Some of the videos, the older series, they're not long, but they have a lot of videos because there was just a time where I was like 20 minutes, cut the video, 30 minutes, cut the video. Now it's like the later ones, it's like an hour to 2 hour long fucking VODs. Some of them because I didn't even have the ability to pause the recording, so there might be an actual break time in the middle. Let me pull up the playlist. I can kind of get a brief rundown right now of what's on it. If it will fucking load. Let's see, we have... Destroy All Humans, Path of the Furon, of course, because that's a classic. We have Deadly Premonition 1. I think I put up my Dragon Quest Builders 1 playthrough, which was the before I was ever a affiliate playthrough. That was the last thing I played before my affiliation, kind of thing. So I can't wait to sound awkward because I have a consistent viewer watching me, Shadow. I think I put my Dragon's Dogma from the Switch playthrough on there. I have Bully on there. And we did that. Me and John playing Kane and Lynch. Some Dead Rising 1. So you can enjoy me getting really pissed off at the AI not doing what they're supposed to do. Dead Rising 2 with John. I think I put Conker's Bad Fur Day on there. My Uncharted 1 playthrough. D2, because that's just a fucking mess of... Like, that was an experience. Wheelman. Wheelman's on here. Saints Row 1. Yakuza Kiwami. On here. RE5 with John. My Army of Two playthrough. Godfather. Army of Two 40th Day. Onimusha. My Final Fantasy Dirge of Cerberus gameplay for some reason. I put that on there. Army of Two Devil's Cartel. My Final Fantasy VII original playthrough. Darksiders 1 and the GTA, all three of them in a row, because that's one big playlist, so all of them I think are just in one, like one after the other. There's a lot, and that's not even like all of the things, but there's a lot of variety of just different playthroughs from ranging from different years in there. Some that I feel like were my favorites, and some that I'm like, let's just throw that in there. Maybe there was a time when I was funny in some of those older ones. I don't know. The problem is I'm going to be asleep through some of those, or all of them, a good chunk of them. And if DK's awake listening before he goes to sleep, he's just going to try to bring back a joke that he heard from there that I completely forgot even existed. He'll just say something, and I'll be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Because God knows if I was trying to, like, lay a joke down in those fucking old videos. My mind goes blank after all those years. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I doubt I said anything offensive and no one here would care, like, as long as it's not, like, meaningful. Like, as long as I'm not, like, actually a fucked up person. But, like, there's times where I'm like, some of the older shit, I know I've probably said one or two things that I'm like, I wouldn't make a joke about at all just at any point anymore. Because of the times. Or it was just a vocabulary of like words that were thrown around a lot more, and I just unfortunately adapted to picking up, and I shouldn't have. That I don't use anymore, even if they're not super, super bad words of any kind. But I'm like, that's why I'm like, I don't want to go too old, but hopefully the ones I picked, I didn't say anything fucked up, but I did. Oops. But the VOD, the stream VOD, the live stream VOD will be muted when I replay those videos because of, I don't know what music might play in them. And I don't want to have my Twitch VOD have issues. N64 is somewhat the same. I think there's a couple slight changes. There's definitely a few mechanics that are not in this that the N64 one had. I think the N64 version, you could wake Tom Nook up at night and pay increased prices, but to buy something. But other than that, I don't know what. Other than a lot of things have been, are very Japanese, like costumes, the way people dress and stuff, and certain holidays. But other than that, I really don't know. Yeah, the fountain is a different thing. The fountain isn't a fountain; it's something else, like a shrine or something for their culture or something. I'm not sure, but I don't think it did anything major. And I know they had some English patch things, but they're not exactly fully finished. There's some bugs in them, but I mean, it's the same game for the most part, so I had no real reason to do it. Because this one's already taking me a while, and it's like, not that long. This has actually been going pretty quick, but I just didn't want to have to do this twice. DK will finally get to watch some of the older stuff, or he'll just pass out. DK can watch some of the older VODs before the pre-DK Shadow era, where I'm just an awkward guy, or I was actually more confident in what I was doing. Who knows? I somehow just feel like some of my older stuff, I used to do it without even thinking about it. Now I overthink because brain dumb. No, there's still, like, the Tortimer guy is still there. He's just dressed completely different. He doesn't have a top hat and all that. He's, like, in robes and stuff. I don't know if they call him a mayor, but he calls him something else, maybe. A lot of the furniture might be different because, again, of just how they do it. Might be more things different there. I'm not sure. Colors and certain palettes, and of course, the way people are dressed are going to look different. John just wants to learn Japanese so he can, when he goes back to Japan, he can actually talk to people. I wonder if when I do go to sleep and you know, Shadow's probably not going to stick around. Because like towards when I go to sleep, you know, the VODs will run and Shadow can go to bed or go watch, I think, because I don't know what time I'll be doing that. For the streamathon. And I'm like, I wonder if he'd remember any of the stuff if I was to put on when my Dragon Quest Builders 1 playthrough goes on, if he'll remember any of those. Like, good times. If he'll remember the exact moment he showed up. I mean, it'll be easy to tell because at some point in the VOD, I probably would say hi to him and then I'd just be nervous because he's sticking around. I'm like, oh God, why is he staying here? Most people say hi, watch what I'm doing, and leave and don't come back. Plus, it's funny because eventually when we get to the puzzle parts in the Dragon Quest Builders 1s in that VOD, he's the only one who helped me. He helped me through some of them because I was dumb. There's a lot of good reasons to learn Japanese. That's alright, Shadow. We were just talking about how eventually during next week, probably, I'm going to be doing the streamathon, so, you know, it'll be a lot of games. Some I'm focusing my usual playthroughs, some random. And when I go to bed, there will be VODs, so we'll just, you know, reliving some of my older videos when I go to sleep. Or ones that we did maybe while you weren't here, or, you know, just ones that weren't too long ago that I'm like, I like this. And I was like, every time I look at the Dragon Quest Builders one, every time I look at it, that didn't annoy me. And I somehow am still not annoying you, which I don't know how I'm doing that. I feel like I would be annoying now. Back then, maybe not so much, but now, I feel like I'm very annoying. But I was like I'm setting up all the VODs, and Dragon Quest Builders is on my VOD playlist for when I go to bed during the streamathon, and I'm like, every time I look at it, I'm like, well, this is where Shadow showed up. This is the series. At some point, he shows up. He helped me with the puzzles because I was dumb, and I probably was very awkward because I wasn't used to someone consistently watching me every day when I played games. Because most people popped in here and there and then left. And then started to eventually realize, oh god, this guy plays too many things at a time. Oh, there's the dig spot. Yeah, you were here for Harvest Moon. Jiggly really liked the way I played Fear 1. I made a lot of sexual innuendos while pinning people to walls. The dig spot, not the DK spot. I just don't like that he's in a tux and I can see his understomach. Yeah, I kept running around looking for a dig spot. Like, there's a third fossil somewhere around here. There it is. Just like found it. Yeah, customer. No one's actually paying. Yeah, I'm just gonna give you 100,000. Might not always have 100,000, but it's something. 600,000 left. More. More. Yeah, I'll go into my house here in a moment. Is her name Karen by any chance? Only. Whoops. I didn't want to drop it. Ugh. Home time. I got a new cabinet, so I got my clothes. I have a plant here that I can't put on the center because this game doesn't have proper centering. Someone the other day when I wasn't streaming gave me a bird feeder because, you know, I just put that inside. I have the screen. Ranch paper. What's the paper flavor? Just start licking it. I also got a stove to go with my fridge. So, just enjoying my upstairs. Put a flower or the plant in the corner. I wish I need a TV so I can have something for to put next to my NES baseball. So now some of my clothes are actually in closets, so this is starting to get cleaned up a little. Not that it matters, this basement doesn't really matter to the stuff. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 raffle attempts for the end of the month. If for somehow I beat this before the end of the month, we'll still go and see Tom Nook for the raffle as long as I remember. If I forget, I'll just time it back and we'll see if we can, so we can try the raffle out. But I hopefully will remember. Plus, I might still be playing by the end of the month. It's hard to say. But all right, we paid off 100,000 of our debt, and I think I'm ready to move on. Hey, my homework, it was just so delicious. It was ranch flavored. I mint. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you for waiting. I hope to see you again soon. You probably will. Nintendo. Well, until the next one, that debt will be paid sooner or later.